Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. This week we're finishing up our series of decks led by the legends from the Final Fantasy set. That's right, dear viewer, only one more week of Final Fantasy. Unless a patron wants to sponsor one in the future, of course. I want to finish up this series before the end of the year so that come January I can focus on Lorwyn. Leading today's Bracket 4 deck is Cecil, Dark Knight. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Cecil, Dark Knight is a 1-mana 2/3 legendary human knight with Death Touch. Whenever he deals damage, we lose that much life. Then, if your life total is less than or equal to your starting life total, we untap Cecil and transform it. Transformed, he becomes Cecil, Redeemed Paladin, a 4/4 legendary human knight with lifelink. Whenever he attacks, other attacking creatures gain indestructible until the end of turn. Okay, so our deck plans on letting us get about halfway dead, and then we can transform our commander into a beat stick. In other words, we're a deck that plays with life totals. But I did want to talk about Cecil and how his story from the game mirrors his card. Cecil Harvey is the main character from Final Fantasy IV. He mastered the power of the Dark Knight and eventually became one of the kingdom's top warriors. But even though his body and heart are wrapped in darkness, Cecil struggles with the decisions his king has forced upon him. Leader of the airship corps known as the Red Wings, Cecil leads a raid on Mysidia to steal the Water Crystal. He doubts his king's decision and questions the wisdom of attacking peaceful nations just to steal their elemental crystals. As punishment, Cecil is stripped of command. He's then sent to the village of summoners in order to prove his loyalty, but he doesn't know that he's been sent with a device that will destroy the village. Cecil realizes that his king has lost his mind and decides to find a different path. Eventually, he journeys to the top of Mount Ordeals in order to become a paladin. This is one of the only class changes in all of Final Fantasy, and it is a big one. Also, Dark Knights tend to sacrifice their life total to damage their opponents. It doesn't matter if I'm at 1 hit point, so long as you're dead. But Paladins are all about putting themselves in the path of danger. It doesn't matter if I die, so long as my friends are okay. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, MythAtom. Protect your head as well as your permanents from this beautiful Archangel Avacyn baseball cap. Or purify them, as necessary. They know what they did. Link down below, and don't forget to use code DANON for a 10% discount on your order. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm streaming on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. Sometimes I'm building commander decks, other times I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, but you're always welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Our land base consists of Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Marsh Flats, Flooded Strand, Polluted Delta, Windswept Heath, Bloodstained Mire, Godless Shrine, Vault of Champions, Shattered Sanctum, Isolated Chapel, Shadowy Backstreet, Snowfield Sinkhole, Sunlit Marsh, Tainted Field, Bleachbone Verge, Fetid Heath, Caves of Koilos, Bright Climb Pathway, Shine Shadow Snarl, Orzhov Basilica, Bajuka Bog, 6 Plains, and 9 Swamps. A pretty straightforward mana base. For mana ramp, we've got Black Market Connections, the Wind Crystal, Smothering Tithe, Dark Ritual, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Hierarchy, Marble Diamond, Charcoal Diamond, Mind Stone, Chromatic Lantern, Thrawn Dynamo, and Solemn Simulacrum. Mostly treasure generators and some mana rocks, just what you'd expect in our color identity. Our card advantage package consists of Dark Confidant, Pact Weapon, Darkstar Augur, Phyrexian Arena, Night's Whisper, Demonic Tutor, Bolas's Citadel, Sensei's Divining Top, Villas Broker of Blood, Esper Sentinel, Sign in Blood, Read the Bones, and Greed. Lots of ways to draw cards and lower our life total. For interaction and spot removal, we're running Feed the Swarm, Swords to Plowshares, Anguished Unmaking, Path to Exile, Vona, Butcher of Magan, Disenchant, Fracture, Destroy Evil, Withering Torment, Restoration Magic, Ink Shield, and Generous Gift. Lots of ways to remove annoying permanents. Our board wipes consist of Toxic Deluge, Damn, and Farewell. Flexible and powerful. Just what we need for a Bracket 4 deck. The core of our deck consists of Mai, Scornful Striker, Kain, Traitorous Dragoon, Rosa, Resolute White Mage, Dion, Bahamut's Dominant, Children of Corliss, Wall of Blood, Repay in Kind, Blood Celebrant, Bastion Protector, Swiftfoot Boots, Lightning Greaves, Mother of Runes, Aetir and Prewin, and Dark Knight's Greatsword. Wanted to have weapons that were thematic for both sides of Cecil, but I also wanted ways to suddenly end the game. So we've got Enduring Tenacity, Veto, Thorn of the Dusk Rose, Bloodthirsty Conqueror, Exquisite Blood, Sanguine Bond, Vizkappa Guildmage, and Axis of Mortality. What? I told you we were Bracket 4. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources, split between 37 lanes and 13 pieces of ramp. Right on target. 13 pieces of card advantage. 12 pieces of interaction. 3 board wipes. 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Farewell and Bojuka Bog. No sudden I win cards, but several 2-card combos that end the game. This is a life gain deck, and we're Bracket 4. Now, we've only got 3 game changers in the list, but we're running several infinite combos. And a tutor to find the other half of the combo after we draw the first piece. For those who don't understand the combo, we need one card that says, whenever we gain life, an opponent loses life. And another card that says, whenever an opponent loses life, we gain life. This creates an infinite loop that drains our opponents out, ending the game on the spot. The second someone's life total changes, we win the game. Do you have a life gain deck? What about a Cecil Dark Knight deck? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also want to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons. Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Borgie, Congo, Robert Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard Sint, Boomy, Osra, Justin, Golden Walker, Captain Hammer, Sleech, Mr. Salty, Daniel, and Zombie. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.